Well, hello there. Good morning and happy Friday. I am back live this week, yay, with some life updates and a few products that I want to share with you that I got recently, but I actually have not tried them yet. So I'm just going to talk about them. And also, the big topic of today's coffee chat is we're going to be talking about eyebrows, which I did a makeup video last week that I posted in this group. I'm not sure if you saw it or not because it wasn't a live, and I know sometimes Facebook's weird with the algorithms and it shows up if I go live, but if I just kind of post the link in here, it gets missed. So I did a makeup video last week. It's on my personal Instagram, Allison Lombardi, so you can check it out over there. It's on IGTV. But one of the things that I did is I always do my brows every day. I actually have it right here with Brow Power from It Cosmetics, and I just kind of fill them in a little bit. And I got so many comments after that video, and I found it interesting. Of all the things that I did on the video, I always get the most questions about lashes and brows. So there were so many women that said, oh my gosh, I can't believe the difference it makes just to fill in your brows. I'm gonna start doing this. Like, what products do you use? And so I wanted to talk a little bit more about that today because I did get my brows microbladed about 2 years ago. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about that and also share with you a new process that I learned about that I'm actually getting done today. So I'm a little bit scared about that. But anyway, good morning. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Sheila. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys are having an awesome Friday. It rained in Texas like all week long. My hair's been just completely frizzy. I got it done this week and I always count on, you know, the blowout and the curling to last for a few days, but this week it was just kind of a mess from day one. So I did fix my hair this morning, but I did not put on makeup because I'm gonna go get my brows done here in a little while. And I just put some moisturizer on and my face is like, it's just not absorbing. It's so oily today. Everything just feels like it's covered in a layer of humidity. So life updates, yay. Hi, Rachel, happy Friday to you too. Good morning, Lakita. So this week we started our kitchen renovation. Oh my gosh, so it's been a long time coming. We started talking, I think last October with the contracting company, and we're kind of waiting till COVID calmed down because we didn't want a lot of people coming in and out of the house. Good morning, Lisa, happy Friday. So anyway, we just started the renovation this week. On Wednesday, they tore everything out. So we are literally down to the boards. I'm gonna be sharing all the updates on my Instagram at Allison Lombardi, if you wanna hop over there in stories. But I'm doing like a daily progression of the way things are going. So Wednesday, they tore out everything, all the cabinets, sink, stove, you name it, it is gone. Yesterday, they took out one wall and put in another wall. So it's been an interesting process. It's not as dirty as I thought it would be. I was afraid like the house was gonna be covered in dust and everything, but it's not been that bad. So it's just exciting though, because I kind of want to sneak out of my office every few minutes and check the progress, but I just have to like stay and trust the process and you know, just kind of check it out at the end of the day. But it's super cool and exciting, and they'll probably be arriving any minute now, and you're going to start hearing what sounds like a construction zone going on in my house, because it really is. So they're estimating about 8 weeks for the project to be done. We're making do. We're going to be okay, but it's the biggest project that we've ever taken on home improvement wise since we got married. This is our third house, and this is the biggest project. So a little bit excited about that. Also, just fully transparent, my stress level this week has probably been around an 8. I'm not gonna lie, like there's so much going on. It's all good stuff, and I feel like the fire hose of good stuff is coming on, and it's just like hitting me in the face this week. So you know, I'm working on the summer capsule, which is super fun. That's actually not stressful. Working on the summer capsule and all of the capsules for me is kind of like cathartic. I love that creative process. I really love the process of figuring out what pieces fit together and how many different ways I can pair them up, and it just like excites all the parts of my brain that love to be excited. So I'm gonna be working on that this week. The only stressful part of creating any capsule is I just want you to love it. So I know it's like my artwork. Not everybody's gonna love somebody's art, right? So I always worry about that. I'm like, I want you guys to love it. So there's that. I'm traveling next week. I'm going to be gone Monday through Wednesday for a speaking engagement, which is super cool and exciting. I haven't done one of these in over a year. And I'm going to Utah, so I've never been to Utah before. I'm gonna be flying into Salt Lake City, and my friend Darcy Benicosa is doing a retreat there. It's called the Play It Brave Retreat. So I'm gonna be speaking about membership sites and being an entrepreneur and all that cool stuff. So I love to travel, yet I hate traveling. I've got like this love-hate relationship with it. Good morning, Rosalinda. And it's like, I hate the process of traveling. I actually hate flying. I don't know if you guys know that about me. I'm a control freak. I've always hated flying. And then I had one bad experience a couple years ago with my whole family on a plane. And things have not been the same since then. I am a Xanax taker when I fly most of the time now. I just take a half a pill just to kind of take the edge off, but it definitely makes me nervous now. So I'm not a super good flyer. But I love traveling. I love going to new places, and it's like one of those things I've got to get over it. So, good morning, Melanie. So anyway, I've got that coming up. That's adding to the stress level. What else? Oh, Aubrey's graduating from college next weekend, which is, again, all good stuff, right? It's just happening all at one time. So we're having family come in town this week. And I'm stressed out about that because I want to have, everything in the house just right. Kitchen's completely destroyed, torn apart. We're getting... I think we're going to order fajitas, so we'll have that catered and I don't have to worry about cooking. But I do need to get my guest room finished out. I've got to go get a comforter set this weekend, so I'm going to be hitting up Home Goods for sure and getting that all decorated and settled in. And yeah, so there's a lot going on right now, but it's all good stuff. I'm excited about it. I've been writing my book, trying to, block in time for that. I have my marketing call this week with my publisher, which is super exciting, for the Ultimate Book of Outfit Formulas. And we're talking about what things look like, going forward. It doesn't release until September, but there's so much stuff coming up between now and then. So it's kind of like this tidal wave is coming and I can feel it pushing me up. And so I'm making time, but I'm the type of personality, and I was talking, Aubrey's boyfriend Angus is here right now. And he and I were talking about this last night, how we're both going through this time of overwhelm right now with so much stuff going on, and he's got finals. And anyway, we were talking about how our personality type is that we look at the big picture and all the stuff. Like if I look at my week ahead, I just get like super stressed out, super anxious, like, oh my gosh, I have all this stuff coming on, but I have to come back to the moment and be in the moment now and look at the next thing that needs done. So I've really been utilizing time blocking this week, where I just take my phone and I set my timer for 30 minutes and I choose a task, whether it's working on the summer capsule. Yesterday I had to create some videos. I'm working on a pre-order bonus for the Ultimate Book of Outfit Formulas. So, I've been time blocking all week with writing and everything else, and it's amazing because it just forces me to shut everything else down, to focus on the one task at hand and just be in the present moment on that task. Because whenever I get overwhelmed, I start getting really scattered, and I'm an Enneagram 5. So Enneagram 5s in stress turn into Enneagram 7s. So 7s can be full of ideas, yet not execute on them. And that's me this week, for sure. So anyway, hopefully that little tip helps you. If you're feeling overwhelmed right now with all the stuff going on, then I am right there with you. So anyway, Rosalinda said, how exciting, congrats, thank you. Okay, yes, Melanie, so many wonderful blessings in your life. That reframe is the key to everything. You are absolutely right. Like there's such a thing as good stress, right? So this is all good stress, and I'm definitely blessed to have these problems. Let's just put it that way. All right, so I told you we're going to talk about some products today, some beauty stuff. I'm going to talk to you about brows. Jackie, you're an Enneagram 5 too. Yeah, you didn't know that about being under stress. Yes, do more research on this. It's super important to see, I think for me, to recognize whenever, I start seeing those personality traits where I am being more of a 7. One of the things that I do is use humor for deflection when I get really stressed out. So it's important to see that, because then like, oh, okay, I'm doing this because I'm stressed out. And then I can look for some healthy ways to deal with my stress. So yeah, it's really cool to learn and understand that about yourself. I love the Enneagram for that reason. Good morning, Sarah Grace. I saw Nanika here, hello. All right, so I've got a counter full of beauty products that I want to talk to you about, and I'm just going to be honest with you, I haven't tried any of them. So what I'm planning to do, I was going to try some this morning while we were on the live together, one of them being this Hanniker face mask. I have heard so many amazing things about this, but I have not tried it yet. So if you're watching live and you have done this one, please comment and let me know. I want to know about this. So I was going to do it on the live, but you have to let it dry for 20 minutes. And I didn't want to have you guys sit here while I let it dry for 20 minutes. So I do want to, do this, and I want to report back on it and give you my review, but I'm not going to do it right now. So anyway, the Hanniker face mask, it's an all-in-one facial. It costs 29 bucks. I got mine as a gift from my friend Darcy, who I'm doing the speaking engagement for next week, which I thought was really cool. She sent these out to the speakers, but it's got this little gelling solution in here, and then you mix it with the lifting serum, and it's got a cool little brush included with it, so you just brush this on your face. And I have heard so many good things about how it lifts and does all these great things, so I'm gonna try it out and let you all know. I didn't want to do it also before I got my brows done today, because the esthetician, I can't say that word, that's right, esthetician, that's doing my brows told me to avoid any like products or anything that might irritate my skin on the days leading up to doing the procedure. So I'm just moisturizer today and nothing else. But I'm gonna try the Hanniker mask, and I'm gonna report back to you, because I feel like I haven't done face masks a lot, and I'm kind of excited about this one. So yeah, again, if you have done this, let me know. Thank you, Lisa, for sharing the Enneagram Institute. Type in descriptions. If you guys are interested in learning more about Enneagram, then check that link out. I think that learning, I'm just a personality type junkie. And I just think that the more we learn about ourselves, the more we value the things about us. Like, I value my perceived flaws now so much more, because I understand that they're really a part of who I am, and also that they actually can work to my advantage. So the more educated and knowledgeable I've become about the Enneagram and about Myers-Briggs and all of the different personality typing, the more I've learned to value the things that make me uniquely me. So check it out. Okay, next up. And Lucy, if you're watching today, Lucy, hello. I want you to know that I did this because of you. I ordered the Pros hair care set. This was my Mother's Day gift to me. I'm big on me gifting, so here is my personalized hair care set from Pros. So if you haven't heard of Pros before, it's Prose. And what you do is you go in and enter all of this information about your age, your hair type, even your zip code, so they can look at environmental factors, and then they create specific shampoos, conditioners, and treatment products for your hair. So again, I haven't tried this yet, and you're like, Allison, why are you talking to us about products you haven't even tried? Because I'm gonna try them, and I'm gonna report back, and I'm gonna let all of you know about them. But I thought this was kind of cool. Yes, it's a little bit on the pricey side. That's why I kind of made it a gift to myself for Mother's Day. I always find myself something to buy. But the cool thing about this is, well, I should start off by saying, I have never in my 47 years found a shampoo and conditioner that I've been in love with. So I decided to take a chance on this. Again, it's something I've heard really good things about. You can order just the shampoo, just the conditioner, or you can order the treatment products too, or even the styling products. I decided to go all in on mine because I'm a sucker for a good deal, and they gave me a discount if I ordered all the stuff, so I went ahead and ordered it. But anyway, you can see that this is my own special shampoo for Allison. It's Color Extend, Clarify, and Cleanse. So they create these formulations, they put the ingredients in, and it's specific for your hair type. And you even get to pick the scent, which is so cool. I picked a botanical scent. I love it. So I'm going to be trying these next time I wash my hair. I've got the shampoo. The conditioner is for anti-brassiness, and it also says curl enhancing. I do have naturally curly hair, and I don't wear it curly, so we'll see how that works. It smells so good. And then I also ordered the pre-shampoo mask. And this is basically like a protein mask that's going to repair damaged ends. I curl my hair a lot, I straighten it a lot, so I have a lot of damage. So I'm excited to try this. But I will report back to you on that. I also ordered a hair oil, but it ships separately, so I have not received that yet. And lastly, one of the things I have tried this week that I'm loving, I was in Target the other night and I needed some new body wash, and I've been trying to do more natural products. Education is a dangerous thing, and I've been reading all about toxins in all of the beauty products and body washes and lotions and all the stuff out there. And I'm still not giving up my scented candles. I know it's terrible, but I love my scented candles. But anyway, I have been trying to swap out some of my products for some more natural things. So I was in the natural products section of Target the other night, and I saw this brand called Hey Humans, and I smelled this body wash, which is lavender vanilla. Oh my gosh, it is so amazing. So if you like Aveda products, I used to go to a salon in Plano that used all of their products, and the Stress Fix was one of my favorite scents that they had there. This smells just like the Stress Fix. So I've got the natural deodorant and I got the body wash, and I'm gonna go back this weekend and get the lotion too. So, and their natural deodorant, it's aluminum free, and it actually works really, really well. So I've been sniffing my armpits all week long. So I highly recommend this stuff. But anyway, I've seen a lot of conversation going on here about personality types. I love that Melanie said it was truly life-changing for her to learn that she was an extrovert. She was always shy, but understanding that helps me understand my need to be with people. Yes, it does, like introvert and extrovert, and you can be shy and still be an extrovert, and you can look extroverted and still be an introvert. So I find that all super fascinating. All right, so that's it for products. Now I'm gonna talk to you about the brow thing I'm doing today. So if you followed along on the journey, maybe you're new here and you don't know about this, I did get microblading done about 2 years ago, and I loved the results, but I didn't like the process. So I was one of those people that just, normally I have a really high pain tolerance, but for some reason this was not my thing. It hurt, it took a long time, and I think the worst part was that I could hear the tool scraping the entire time. So microblading is basically done with a little hand tool where they individually draw in or scrape in the hairs and then fill them in with tint or dye. I guess it's actually tattoo ink, and it lasts about 2 years. If you use a lot of vitamin C or retinol or products like that, then it doesn't last as long and it starts to fade a little bit quicker. Again, I was super happy with the results right afterwards, but I found within about 6 months I was having to fill my brows back in again and shape them with my Brow Power pencil. So I went to get my brows done a few days ago, and Melanie switched to native deodorant. They have tons of fun scents. I'm sorry, I'm being a 7 right now. I'm distracted by, by the comments. I love it though, thank you. I love keeping the conversation going. I have native deodorant too. I have the coconut one and it smells so good. So anyway, I went to get my brows shaped this week, and the esthetician's brows looked amazing. I said, oh my gosh, did you do microblading on your brows? They look so good. She's like, no, these are powder brows. And I said, powder brows? I've never even heard of that. What's that? And she said, well, it's basically an airbrushing technique that's done. It's done with a nano brow machine, which is basically like a tattoo pen. But they do more of an airbrushing technique. So it looks like your brows are filled in with powder. It's a softer, more natural look. It's ideal if you've done microblading in the past and you already like the shape of your brows. It just fills them in a little bit more. So I was like, yeah, tell me more. I want to know more about this. And she's like, well, I actually do this. Like I'm a tattoo artist that does this. So next thing I know, I'm making an appointment for today. And I'm getting it done. And now I'm nervous and I'm like, what did I commit to? So I did all this research yesterday because I have to research the heck out of things. I don't just like blindly go into experiences, which again is like one of those flaws of being an Enneagram 5, yet also empowers me. And I like the information beforehand. And a few of the things that I looked into were, is it painful? Number one. And there were differing, it's hard to say pain level is going to be the same for everybody, right? Because we all know it's not. So there were differing accounts of it, but for the most part, everybody said it was not as painful as microblading. So it is a tattoo. It is permanent ink going into your skin. So there's going to be a little bit of pain involved, but I don't think from what I read, it's going to be as bad as microblading. Again, I will be letting you know. I'll be reporting. I'm going to be doing stories all day today on my Instagram at Allison Lombada, so you can hop over there and check it out. If you're not following me yet, I'll be updating it, and I'm going to be totally honest with you on this experience. So That was the first thing I wanted to know. The second thing I wanted to know was, what are the inks that they're using? Is this natural? This was something I didn't look into back when I got microblading done, and I have autoimmune issues now, so I have to be super careful about that. So I texted my esthetician last night and I said, what inks do you use? Can you give me more information on it? So the brand of ink she uses is Phi Brows, P-H-I Brows. And this is a technique that a lot of a lot of people that are doing powder brows are using Phi Brows to do this. So it's a company that uses no heavy metals in their inks, and from what I could tell, most of the stuff that I read, it looks like the inks are going to be perfectly fine. I don't think tattoo ink is regulated in the US yet, which is kind of weird. It's regulated overseas, but it's one of those things where you can get heavy metals in tattoos. So if you have autoimmune issues or you don't want heavy metals or toxins in your system, then that's something you need to check out and find tattoo artists that do use the inks that are not bad for you or toxic. So what else did I learn about it? So powder brows is definitely a different technique. It's more about giving you fullness, and just like the name says, it makes you look like you applied brow powder. So I'm going to learn more about this process, and I'll definitely be reporting back to you on it next week and showing you my results. My brows don't look that bad now, and you can't even really tell that the microblading is wearing off, although I do have like a bare spot right here that I fill in on a daily basis. And I just kind of want to not have to use my brow pencil every single day. And you know me, I'm all about trying out all the new beauty stuff and reporting back to you. I'm not afraid to try it after I do the research and determine if it's going to be safe or not. But one of the other things that I liked about powder brows that she told me is that it lasts 2 to 4 years, which is a lot longer than microblading. So if you have oily skin and you've thought about microblading, it's not really recommended for people with oily skin or people with thin skin because it doesn't last very long. And why go through all that if it's not going to last? That's my whole philosophy on it. But anyway, again, I'm going to be reporting back. I'm excited, yet a little bit nervous. I thought about chickening out this morning. I was like, I'm not even going to talk about it on my live this morning, because if I chicken out, then nobody will ever know. But I did it, so I guess I'm committed. I'm not committed. If I decide to show up and chicken out, then I will. Or if she starts doing it and it hurts too bad. It's like one of those things you have to follow through on, right? Melanie asked how long it lasts. About 2 to 4 years is what she told me. So I'm hoping that it lasts that long. I've had pretty good luck with my microblading lasting. Again, it did start to fade around 6 months, but I didn't notice a ton of fading after that. It was like kind of an initial fading happened, and then it didn't really fade as much after that. So I don't know if you can even see my microblading anymore. That little bit of kind of light brown dye is in there. You can see in my brows. It just gives it a little bit of color. So I'm kind of excited about this. All right, so tune in. I'm gonna be on Instagram. I'll be going, I'm not gonna go live, but I will do some stories today. Maybe I will go live, who knows? But I will be with Ruby here in a couple hours. Actually, only an hour. Now I'm really nervous. So I'll let you guys know. Christina wants to know, is the cost comparable to microblading? I think it's actually less, but that's just because of the person I'm going to. Her prices were super reasonable. I don't know it for sure. She said she might have to do a combo on my brows, which kind of scared me because I think she might do a few microblading strokes right here on my inner brows. But I will let you guys know exactly what the cost is whenever I get it done. I want to say microblading was around $500, and then I got a discount for referring. I forget what it was, or doing an Instagram or something like that. She gave me a discount for it. So I want to say it was about $500 for that, but the prices quoted were less than that. I want to say it was like $300. So I'll let you know for sure whenever I go and give you all the details. And Denise said, did you ask her if you can record it or do it live for us? I didn't ask yet, but I told her the other day, I'm like, I've got a following on Instagram. She's like, oh yeah, you can tell them about me. So I think that she'll be more than happy to allow me to share some of the process with you and talk to you more about it. So anyway, I will see you guys over there on Instagram, and then I'll see you back here next week, and I will tell you all about everything and the whole process then. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you have an amazing week, and I'll see you back here next Friday.